Now, some may say, what's that behind me? Oh my God! Suction line, totally twisted right in there. May have been the problem, or the fact that the inline dryer is older than dirt, and there's an orifice tube in there, if you guys didn't know. That may cause the system to actually start pulling a vacuum after a time. So, yeah. This is not helping. Alright boys, to keep with our AC theme, so right behind me, AC compressor off a 966M, then C93. Now the problem with this one is, this thing would run majority of the day, and then AC would just stop. Now this is the second machine at the same site that's doing the same thing. Power still to the compressor, it's not engaging. The field coil, perfectly within spec. Tap it with a hammer, and it works. So just watch your compressors out there. I talked to a TC. This is kind of, I don't know if it's a growing trend or whatever through CAT, but they were having issues with the same problem. So just check your compressors when they're starting to have issues. Give them a old tap, see if they lock in and engage. The more you know. Alright guys, happy Tuesday. We got a 315 next gen. We're updating software on. We've previously already been out here working on it, but on better news, we're rocking some Campbell City Mill socks this morning. That's why we're out here in new sock goofing. Let me tell you, these are some amazing socks. I mean, granted, we've only been rocking them for a little bit. So far, so good. Discount code for these guys right there, somewhere in here. Click it, buy yourself some. Let me tell you something, it's going to better your goddamn day. See you guys later. D6K2, emissions fault, data link. Let's get into that. All right, so right on the dash there, what do we see? No DEF fluid and data link 5856-9. Well, we'll be finding communication status, boys. Communication status, everything on the 990 and the 997 data link, no communicating. So, run a overlay, check everything on the data link, check voltage on the can high, can low circuit, and validate that all these components actually have supply, ground, and data link, which they all did. DCU just decided to say, hey, I'm done.
Hey, I'm just here to remind you that when life isn't horrible, it's actually pretty good. So if you just don't think about how horrible it is and think about how good it is, then it gets better. Even though horrible stuff's still happening, there's still a lot of good stuff.
Starting out our morning, got a old Cat P5000 we're working on. Already have the top done out. Trying to get this thing going. It starts. Maybe. Uh-oh. Got that laser light show going on here. Everything's on. Oh, and it's dead. Damn it. Lift cylinder reminds me of your mom. Blow the fuck out. Man, Top Don is hanging on for dear life right now to keep this fucker running. Man. You can do it, little buddy. Companies send you warnings about heat-related stress. They don't take into consideration the fucking other stress. On today's episode of Cat once again doing one thing to fuck up another. Let's go. Alright, so previously mentioned D6K2 with 5856-9 fault and pretty much everything on the 900 and 990 data link just dropping out. Why, you may ask? DCU was an issue. Now I've got that installed up to date and it's starting to work, so at least the DCU portion of it is coming to life. Still having issues, so we start tracing back from the DCU back to the engine ECM and noticing some weird shit. Let's take a look. You guys can see right here where I'm wiggling, that is a terminating resistor for the 711 712, if I'm not mistaken, data link wires, not having anything to do with it. Well, you go back to the J1 connector here, which is the engine side or machine side, and I noticed that when the cover was on here, that I would wiggle it and all of a sudden I start picking everything back up. Well, look a little bit closer, boys. Yeah, this is all busted open. Just whole bunch of fun there. You may say to yourself, well, What happened? What happened? This fucking happened. The cable tie is held too tight, and when the clamp loosened, well, it's just sitting there working back and forth, and it's just sawing on that harness. So, awesome shit, boys. I love this job. I really do.
Man, it's dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about it, blue, red, man, then you get to one side, and then you like messed up the other side, man.